All right. Everything should be working. All right. Everything should be working. Perfect. Okay. It is working. Let me make sure that I don't hear myself anymore because I don't like that. Do not like that. All right, let's see here. So what are we doing today? We are going to be working on Ranger development. Hey, Mateo. How's it going? How are you? All right, let's go. Just gonna make sure that everything is good. Not like that. Yep. Everything's looking good. Awesome. Hey, Mateo. All right. We're gonna go ahead and get started here. All right, so if you guys haven't seen the 31 days of yesterday, this is what we worked on, a little jump animation. We're gonna try to put that in to the game, and also believe we have our run animation here too. Right there, which that's what we're going to be trying to put in just to test it. All right. So what we're going to try to do, I think, is convert this into a sprite sheet and import that into Unity. Let's make sure that everything in Unity is still working. We can dash, we can jump. Wall slide's still working. Yep. Wall climb is working. I'm doing well, thank you. All right, let's see if the load still works. Let's see if we can. Oh, there we go. Let's see if we can save a new location and load in there. Yep, we load in there. So everything's working just fine, which is good. So we're gonna go ahead and try to import some stuff here. All right, so let's go ahead and create a sprite sheet. Should be export sprite sheet. Perfect. By rows. All right, we're just going to export it here. Well, I'm not gonna finish the game too soon. We still have a lot of work to do before the game's ready to go, unfortunately. But this is step in the right direction. Just chipping away at it. All right, let's call this one was the jump. We'll do jump animation. And we're gonna have to port it to my main computer. Running in place also. This one might be actually a little bit harder to export because of how long it is. Let's make sure that the sprites, trim sprite, spacing, no, trim cells. Oh, no, that doesn't. Trim cells by grid. No, that doesn't work. Okay, let me do this instead. You just have to go to sprite, canvas size, turn that back to 64. There we go. Oh, that was a mistake. Got to select which corner we were removing. Okay, let's play that back. Make sure we remove all of, oops, not all of it. There we go. This one's going to be a little odd. It's not going to look perfect, but the main thing we're going to be trying to look for when we import it into the game is the flow. So we're going to try to make sure that everything flows well together, and that's going to be the main thing for this one, because we don't have all of it done yet. And it's taken a while to get here. I don't know if you guys keep up with the 31 days of game dev, but that's over on TikTok and YouTube Shorts. But that's where I've been working on all of these animations. And I don't know, I'm worried that this one's gonna be a little jittery. So we'll see how it looks, and we'll try to compensate for any jitter. Okay, that looks good. Running place, that sounds good. You know what, let's say running animation, just so that we keep the same naming convention. Okay, that looks good. And we exported that. All right, so we're just gonna grab where was it? The running, okay, the jump animation and the running animation. So those two right there, that's what we're going to port over to my main computer, where we're going to put it into Unity. So we'll go ahead and do that right now. So this is Unity, and I tested everything's looking good on that, and we'll go ahead and port the stuff right now. Let me send it over. All right, just sending myself the sprites from my tablet to my computer. And you know what? I think there was an issue when we exported the sprite. Let me fix that real quick. It's actually supposed to be 128, the canvas size, by 128, not 64 by 64. 64 by 64 is the confines of the character itself, but we're going to be doing 128 pixels by 128. That way it gives the player some more range of motion. We'll be able to, and everything will look uniform when that happens. So just be sure to export it again, make sure that everything looks good. All right, that should be everything. Okay, that looks good. Oops, cancel. Let's export sprite sheet. All right, that's good. We're gonna remove that. This has to be the original size. And that has to go in there too. It's original size. Okay. So that should be everything. We're gonna send that over there. Grab this on my computer now. So pretty much what we did was transfer all of the art that was done on my tablet now onto my computer where we're working on the game itself. Now most of this is going to be changed eventually. The main thing that we're trying to do today is just make sure that the animation is going in the right direction. It'd be cool if you did a video editing other videos. I don't know, I think that might be a little boring. Might do that. Is that what people want to see? All right, so I just downloaded, it might actually, yep, it's right there actually. Here's the run animation, the jump animation. Let's make sure we put in the right folder. Let's see here. Okay, we still have the old sprite sheet in the project. The next live vlog idea. Yeah, might be able to do that. Editing vlogs live. It would be interesting getting input from people as you're editing. Kind of like a test audience. All right, so we need to go into the import settings. Make sure that everything looks good. Oh, we actually have to separate. We have to separate them because they are not just one sprite, they are multiple. All right, so that just created a bunch of different animations here. Let's actually, in our scene, we'll drag this, it will become a new animation. We'll just call it test jump. Move it up here. Make sure that it's on level 0, that way we can see it better. All right, so if we push play, it should just be doing the jump animation. Okay, we'll do the same thing for the run animation, and then we'll input it in our character, in our hero, so that when we hit jump, it will actually run through the animation. You know what? I need to stop this doing that. Okay. So pretty much just have to do the exact same thing. And if I'm not mistaken, the character we have already should be the same size, so it shouldn't have any issues. All right, and oh, hold up, what? Why does it look like that? 128. Oh, right. The pixels per unit are 64, but we have 128 of them. There we go. That looks better. So this will be test run. And we'll do level 0. All right, so now it should be running on its own. Yeah, that's not too bad. It is a little jittery. And I think the reason that it's jittery is because the torso is very stiff. I think when we add a little more organic, maybe motion, maybe a little bit of rotation, a little bit like what we're doing on the jump, there's a little bit of rotation. Let's maximize that so you guys can kind of see it better. There's a little bit of rotation in the torso, and I think that would probably, I can't actually zoom in and scroll to that one spot, but that would probably be a good thing to have here, so that as you're running and switching legs, right, that are the active, the current active leg, you rotate more towards that, depending on the leg that's touching the ground. That'd be something to do before we finalize this animation. So let's plug these in, see what it looks like when we're actually running, when we're actually pushing the buttons, and see how those animations play out. We're gonna go to, let's see here, hero. And we need to find the animator right there. Okay, so here are a bunch of the animations, some of the placeholders already. So the jump, that we can put in our new jump. Let me just, there we go. All right, so test jump goes in there, and then the run, test run goes there. This should be it. Let's maximize this. Whoa, okay, there's some issues here. But if we jump, yeah, there's some issues. So we're gonna have to fix it. I'm pretty sure I know what happened. I think that maybe I was wrong. Maybe the idle is not 128 pixels by 128. So it looks like we're running lower. That is very odd. Okay, let's see what's actually going on in our scene here. Oh, so right now the run animation is not happening because if you look at our animator, we're probably in a different idle state. Oh, we're in an idle state, or in a dash state, I mean. Interesting. Oh, now we're back. Now we're back. All right. Now we can run. So let's see here. We're gonna try to run and look at the scene view so that we can see the actual hitbox. See what is going on. So yeah, the character gone way down there. Let's see, what is the sprite that we're using? Ranger stand, is that? I see. I see. Okay, so that is not 128, and that's where our issues come from. So what we'll do is we actually have to go into the project itself, take that sprite, edit it, and that should do it. That one is in Hero, and it's Hero Ranger Idol. Stand. Is it stand? It is stand. All right, we're gonna open that with Adobe Premiere or Photoshop. Adobe Photoshop. All right. So pretty much all we have to do is add a little bit more size to the canvas. We just need to change the 64 to 128, and then we just need to save it. All right, now we just have to re-import. Oh, it re-imported. Okay. Okay, that's actually, I think, all we need to do. The only thing is now we have to make sure that our box collider edit it for a second. Okay, so yeah, this is where the issue is. So let's edit it, we'll bring it down. And actually, let's remove the offset because there's no reason for the offset to be there. Oops. I believe it was 3 pixels up is where it ended. So now we can just raise that up a little bit. So it's not playing the run animation. It's because we're stuck in fall for some reason. Oh, when we moved the box, it ended up, the collider itself, it ended up, we didn't move everything else that we need to move. Let's see, ledge check was right there. So it's 295. That's gonna be tough to remember. Okay, we're just gonna, oh, it merged them all. Okay, you know what? Let's change this. Okay. Let's see, is there a way we can... I don't think there's a way we can offset the sprite itself. Be nice if we could. Alright, I'm pretty sure the wall check is at the hip. And the ledge check was at the eyes. And then the ground check, that has to be at the feet. Okay, I think that for now is going to fix it. We're going to have to change the other ground checks though for the layer jumping. Ooh, look at that. All right, look at that. It's almost perfect. So there is a little bit of jitteriness. Again, I think we can fix that with the more organic torso movement, and also the arms will add some organics to it, some more motion, some secondary motion. But it's almost there. I think there's a little bit. Is there a little bit of... Oh, and we can layer jump. Interesting. We're still able to do that. Maybe that didn't break. We'll have to investigate that some more though. I feel like there's something odd with the camera. Is it just me, or is it lower to the, like it cuts off more of the ground? It shows more verticality. Before, I think the ground was a little bit higher up on the screen. Anyways, let's see, why is it that it's not running the animation? Are we stuck on a different animation? So we're stuck on the dash for some reason. What? Okay. Now we're back. So odd. I have to... You know what, let's stop this for a second. Let's find out what breaks the dash. Oh. I see. Dash right now doesn't have an exit. That's why we're having some issues. So the dash should return either to the run or to idle, depending on what you're doing in that moment. It should also go back to falling, because if you dashed up, then you're going to be falling down. Yeah. Okay. we'll have to get into the minutia of figuring all that out a little bit later. I just want to make sure that the speed of this run is not off. Let's see if we speed up the animation itself, right? Let's see, the run, if we speed it up by 1.2. What is it stuck on right now? Interesting. Okay, the run is still 1.2. Does that feel better? The jump loops on itself. Let's fix that. So the jump should not be looping. Loop time. There we go. There it is. How does that look? Kind of, we're jumping. Oop, now we're on idle 2. Okay, there we go. We're jumping out, right? And then we're facing more the camera, which I think lands better. I'm pretty sure that lands. That looks like it lands better. Let's fix the camera because it's kind of bothering me. I didn't notice that before. And I think that there's an issue with it. You know why? It's because we moved the character down. That's why. So the camera itself is higher. So what we need to do is, I believe it's player camera, and we just need to, where is it? There it is. Okay. Just has to be higher. Does that look better? I think it does. So this jump, there is one issue with it. Well, there may be multiple issues, but the main issue that I'm seeing is that if we're just jumping up straight up without any movement, it still looks like we're pushing off, right? So it works when you're in movement. Excuse me. It works when you're in movement, but it doesn't work when we're standing. So we'll probably have to create another jump animation specifically for when you're just standing straight up. So probably go from idle to the fall animation. That will probably be the loop that we do. Probably try to recycle as much of the same animation. Mainly just the legs have to change, make it look better. So then another thing I want to do is I want to create a little bit of glide, like a little bit of momentum. There's going to be just walking in the game. There'll be normal walking and then there'll be running. This is the run right now. So I want it to feel like you're going fast, right? And if you're going fast and you stop, you're not going to stop like you hit a wall. You're going to slide just a little bit. When you dash, it's going to be a lot more. I want a lot more of a slide. And then when you're walking, it stops because you were walking. Not as much momentum. So that's something to think about, the transition animation from running to idle, or from, let's see here. Let's actually try, we're gonna have to actually replace the ready stance because that's kind of what we're working on right now. That's what we're working with. And it's a 64 by 64, so it's off the ground because of the whole adjustment that we did. So let's, oh, and also I forgot, we have the idle animation ready to be put in. So let's do that too. I'm gonna quickly export that. Let me know how the audio levels are. If I'm too loud, too low, if the music's too loud or too low. Let me know. Okay, let's. All right, so let's export this as, actually we need to make sure that everything is conforming to, oops, clicked the wrong buttons. All right, that looks good. We're going to export it and then import it into our project. Background is low enough. I'm yelling. All right, good, thank you. All right, let's see here. There we go. So I should be able to get it from computer. And so this one was the idle animation. Okay. Pretty much just have to do the same thing. This is part of the repetitive. This isn't so much the fun part of game development. This is more the repetitive part where I have to make sure everything lines up properly. All right, this is a multiple 64 point. Oh, what happened? Clicked advanced by accident. Okay, it needs to be point filter and high quality. Oops, high quality. And actually, I think there's a, it's supposed to be RGBA 32, I think. I'm not sure if that's actually what it's supposed to be. I'll have to check. I'm pretty sure that's the right color mode. All right, we're gonna, oh, we're still in play mode, so we have to exit play mode before we can edit anything. Okay, so there's the idle animation, and it'll be test idle. Perfect. Let's level 0. Let's see what it looks like. That's what's gonna look like when we're just standing around doing nothing. So like, our character's not really moving much right now, so we're gonna change that. All right, let's plug it in. So this is for idle 1. There's 3 idle animations that we're gonna have to make, which is small little variations that cycle randomly. Where is the, okay, test idle. This first. Test idle, here we go. All right, that should be it. Does it look like he's breathing? Wait, what was that? What was that slight variation? Like his arm moved just for a second. I don't know what that was. That right there. What was that? I'm gonna have to look back on the stream, see what was activated. I don't remember drawing anything like that. That's so weird. Anyways, I think all of this is looking pretty good. So that's good news. I'm trying to think, what do we need to revisit here? I think the run is good, the motion is good. We just need to maybe see if there's anything we can do to fix jitter if that's an issue. Right there, what was that? Like his hand goes out for a little bit, but I didn't draw that. We're gonna have to, oh, what was that? Right there. Is that idle 3? It's idle 3. What does idle 3 do? I didn't think it had any motion. Yeah, it doesn't have any motion. How does it change his arm? There's nothing drawn there. That's weird. But yeah, I'm liking the feel of the run. Ooh, it's a little stuttery. I think that's the game FPS that is dipping because we're streaming. Yeah, that's the game. It just all of a sudden drops down to 3. Let's see what is causing that actually. Go into, is it window? Debugging or analysis, I think. Profiler. Interesting. So it seems like others is what's causing a lot of these spikes. Not exactly sure what others means. Because it's not animation. I thought it might be animation, in which case we would have a bit of an issue. It's not moving right now because we're in idle 2 and there's no motion there. So that's why it's not moving. Which actually we do need to fix that. So we should probably do that. Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on with the fluctuations and the lag spikes there. So pretty much what we have to do, these little white lines, they're the connections between animations. So we need to just copy all of the same connections as idle 1 and connect them to idle 2 so that those go back to where they have to go. So right now we've got idle 1 to run, jump, attack, jump, draw. So we need to do the same thing. States, it was run, run again, what was it? Ready, I believe, was one of them. Attack, jump, and draw. Oh, right, because ready is not the transition. So we'll delete that. We've got transition animations that we've already put placeholders for. So that's what we need to make sure to do. So let's just go jump right there. Do another one. That one's going to be for the jump air attack, which is the same as the one here. Or no, that one's attack jump. Okay, let's see. Is there an attack jump? Yes, an attack jump. Okay. And then the last one was draw, which might actually be in the attack system. Yep, there we go. The only one, okay, we just need to do jump air attack. There we go. So those are all the same, but we don't have any conditions. So we need to make sure that we don't allow any exit time. When we start running, it needs to start running right away. So we'll move that. The condition is going to be that we're grounded and that we, let's see here, our speed, it's all about the speed. It has to be greater than 0.5, I believe. I think greater than 0.2 is the walk. So 0.5 should be the running. And then let's see, what was what this one all about? Okay, the run. Yep. Speed greater than 0.5. Speed less than 0.5, which I'm pretty sure, unless I'm mistaken, we can actually combine those two. I'm going to try to combine them both, see if that does it. And we'll try to do that for the main idle pose too. That way it simplifies things. We don't need as many transitions. And it probably helps performance too. Probably not much, but still helps. Every little bit helps. Okay, let's test that. Let's just see, does that work? It should. There should be no issues with it. It doesn't work. And that, I guess, there we go. All right, we do need to make sure that we're grounded though. So we did realize that. Okay. So run, there will need to be 2 of them. Okay, so that's greater than 0.5, so this has to be less than 0.5. Negative 0.5, that is. Okay. Draw, I forget actually what action does that. It has to be grounded, ready air has to be false. Ready and ready air is false. There we go. The jump should just be jump is true. Yep, I see that. And attack jump should be air ready true, ready false. There we go. Okay, and finally the jump, which is just jump is true. And now we just have to do the same thing on idle 3, but oh, actually we need to, no, I think that's true. I think that's right. We need to just do it on idle 3 because all other states that go back to idle, they all go to idle 1 because idle 1 is going to be the predominant animation, is just going to be the breathing. Idle 2 I think is breathing with like looking around the environment, and then idle 3 is going to be more of a funny, I haven't come up with it yet, but something funny. So we're always going to want to go back to just the breathing at first and then randomly go through the other 2. So I'm just going to go ahead and do that. Should have done this like ages ago when I first redid the animation in the last 31 days. I should have fixed all this. But I was feeling lazy. Ready has to be true. Ready air has to be false. The ready is pretty much getting into the stance that's ready to fight. Ready air is just means that you're ready to fight in the air. So it's just, that's the difference. So the air attacks versus the ground attacks. So to draw your weapon, you have to be on the ground. Oops, that's not what I meant. There we go. This one is just the jump. We have to disable these buffer times. Like I said earlier, we want to make sure when we do an action that it happens right away. And a lot of these, pretty much the Unity animation system, they're built for 2D and 3D. And in 3D, you're going to want some time to smoothly kind of merge into the next pose, whereas in 2D you draw the merge yourself. So so pretty much we shouldn't have any more issues if we get into a different idle. Let's wait until that happens. There's like a 10% chance that it'll go to idle 2 and then a 0.1% that it'll go to idle 3, something like that. Oh yep, it worked. So we went to idle 3 and then we started running. So all the animations are now working just fine. The jump, I like the jump. I think it looks good. I think it looks smooth. I do think that the falling animation though needs to, like that. What is it that we're, yeah, so the fall needs to make sure that we revert back to whatever we're doing. I think the problem is that we probably don't have the fall going back to the run. Let's see. Yeah, the fall just goes back to idle 1. The thing is, we need to make sure that it only goes back if we're not moving. So we have to go to speed. We have to say that's greater than -0.2 and less than 0.2. That way we'll be firmly in the idle position. Let's make sure that the fall goes back to the run if it is, well, yes, grounded is 1, but then the speed be greater than 0.5, and then we have to do the same thing but a second time for it to be less than 0.5. -0.5. There we go. Make sure we disable these things for both of them. All right, now let's try to recreate that issue. Oh, interesting. The layer jump, because, or not the layer jump, the ledge hang, because we move the character slightly, our position is off. We're gonna have to fix that. It's still interesting. I wonder why it does that. Does it not pick up that we're grounded? Well, let's see here. There's, okay. So pretty much if we're grounded, this little checkbox should, the little box should have a check mark. Interesting. So we are grounded, and there's absolutely no reason for that to happen. Interesting. You know what? I think it might originate from the jump. I think we land on the jump, and it has to go to the fall because that's how we did it. But now if we actually have the jump turn directly into the run, we have to remove exit time for this because we've hit the ground actually now. And so it's pretty much exactly the same we did earlier. But now we should actually see change. Oh, not less than 5, less than 0.5. All right. There we go. But now let's... Interesting. That's it. So once we immediately land, we pretty much just start running right away. Oh, what was that? There was an issue there. But yeah, we pretty much like don't stop running, which is great. So we go from like jump directly to run, which sometimes is a little jarring depending on the timing of the jump. We can almost do like a double jump, it looks like. That's pretty cool. I like that. Oh boy. We have completely spun over somehow. Oh yeah, we're inching our way. Interesting. So the reason that happened is because we are loading where the 64 pixel us was. Oh, but now, oh, no, never mind. Yeah, that's still a problem. We need to make sure to save before we load. That way we can load to a place that we can actually go to. All right, perfect. So a little shadow, the little like shadow images are not flipping with the character. So actually, I was never actually gonna have the character flip, the hero flip. I was actually going to draw like the other side of them. That way it would always stay consistent. In most video games, they just flip the character and call it good. I don't want to do that. I want to pretty much create a real, like a real character, as if it was a 3D character, but yeah. I think I still will do that. My plan is to create 3 times a day. Right now we drew our character for daylight, just like midday kind of sun. It's actually almost sunset type of sun, like the sun is coming straight onto him. But I'm planning on doing a noon sun, so like directly above him. So weird. His arm, I did not draw that. I don't know how or where it's pulling that. That is crazy. But like I was saying, I want to do a noon sun so that the lighting looks like it's coming directly from above, and then also a morning sun or evening sun, whichever, like the opposite sun where it's illuminating his back. So that's 3, pretty much drawing this 3 times. And then I want to do his other side in all 3 of those, which once the lighting is kind of done, then it's much easier to do. But pretty much it's going to be 6 full sprite sheets for the character with all the clothing, all the weapons, everything has to be working together. So that's gonna be a lot of drawing. That's gonna be a lot of work to do. So we're not really close to getting a finished game, and we also need to work on the enemies, and the enemies need to have all of those also. because you can't just detail one without detailing all the others. So yeah, we have a lot of work ahead of us and a lot of things to do for it. But I'm pretty happy with this. So we were able to add in all of the animations and so that we've done so far on the 31 days game dev. If you haven't seen that, be sure to check out the YouTube shorts or also our TikTok channel, and that's where I post them all. So yeah, thanks for joining me today on our live stream. Thanks for watching the stream. Be sure to leave a like if you liked it, subscribe if you're new here, and I should be back with another Ranger live stream in 2 days.